Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a baby precious. Let's about this.
My question is fiscal. With 450 million FEMA dollars being reallocated to open Alligator Alcatraz and 600 million taxpayer FEMA dollars being used to now open more concentration camps and ICE burning through $8.4 million a day to illegally detain people, how much does it cost for fascism? How much do the taxpayers have to pay for a fascist country?
Americans went to the polls in November, and they had a choice between a Democratic candidate that had an open border, no enforcement, fentanyl, drugs, human trafficking. And they had a choice between that and a candidate that said, close the border, get illegal immigrants out of our country, stop the fentanyl, stop the human trafficking, stop the drugs, stop the crime, stop the violence. That's what Americans voted for. Americans voted for a border that is secure. And I support the president enforcing our immigration laws.
I have read a dozen or so books on authoritarianism and fascism. You said in Seward that you were not a fascist. Your complicity says otherwise. Have you ever spoken out against this administration and its Project 2025, which is a fascist machine?
Fascists don't hold town halls with open question and answer series.
Americans are badgering elected Republicans everywhere they're willing to show their faces, including tonight in Nebraska. Republican Congressman Mike Flood holding a town hall with his red state constituents. Watch.
Hi, I implore you to be quiet so that we can hear his responses. Remember, Mike's coming up for a re-election, and we'd really like to know what his responses are. I'm Rosina. I write you emails with concerns of your voting behavior regarding Trump and his actions. You support him, especially confirming the cabinet. Your responses are riddled with misinformation and lies. I fact check you, and then I send the responses back. And I get crickets. If I am fact checking them because they are wrong in your response, I send them back to you, and I get crickets. I get kind of bummed. And this is not about partisan. This is about issues, because we're about to lose our democracy.
My question is fiscal. With 450 million FEMA dollars being reallocated to open Alligator Alcatraz and 600 million taxpayer FEMA dollars being used to now open more concentration camps and ICE burning through $8.4 million a day to illegally detain people, how much does it cost for fascism? How much do the taxpayers have to pay for a fascist country?
That was in Nebraska tonight at a town hall held by Republican Congressman Mike Flood, him hearing from his constituents tonight. We have total clarity now on what Trump's intentions are for the country. But I mean it when I say we. The country gets it and is more against it than they've ever been. And opposing this administration and what Trump is trying to do is turning out to be the story of the century.
Let's be clear. This is on Republican. It is about a party that's become legend accountability. When voters ask real questions about the radar doggy, the flare or shut down, the conversation entry. This is not just one town hall across the country. Republic representatives are being held accountable by voters who are tired of healthcare gun buckers, clubs. And when there is silence, it means neutrality. Okay, what happened when a Republican congressive man faced his own constant and they are not buying the talk? The top point on August 3rd. Nebraskans gathered at a hometown in Lawrence and they had something to say. Spoiled alert, it wants Fury from Mick Flood. Thank you, stay active.
This is Mike Flood. He just held a town hall in Lincoln, Nebraska to try to sell Trump's big, beautiful bill, but instead he ended up getting an earful from his constituents. Watch.
My question is fiscal. With 450 million FEMA dollars being reallocated to open Alligator Alcatraz and 600 million taxpayer FEMA dollars being used to now open more concentration camps and ICE burning through $8.4 million a day to illegally detain people, how much does it cost for fascism? How much do the taxpayers have to pay for a fascist country?
Yeah, who would have thought that backing policies that gut SNAP, veterans benefits, and Medicaid could be so unpopular? But let's go to the next question because I promise you, it was worth the wait. Watch.
Why are you covering up the Epstein files?
In that moment, Mike becomes very pro-transparency, which is really odd because just last week, House Republicans forced the Congress to shut down in order to avoid releasing the files.
GOP Rep. Mike Flood had a town hall in Lincoln, Nebraska, and it did not go well. Check it out.
If you are able to work and you are able-bodied, you have to work. If you choose not to work, you do not get free health care. You do not get free health care. Okay. So here's a question. Do you think that people who are 28 years old that can work and refuse to work should get free health care?
And I'll just say it, the tide is turning. We are absolutely fed the fuck up hearing from these politicians while they give tax breaks to billionaires that we can't even afford health care for its citizens when every other advanced country has figured this out. Eat the rich.
Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you believe in holding the power accountable, subscribe, like, share this video. Let's keep the pressure on this channel where people speak power louder than converted. Bye. Stay active for more.